Sometimes the best stories come from the most unexpected places, and that includes the story of a cobbler who was once a prize fighter. The story is called Zamora, Soul of a Boxer, and here to tell us more about the short film is Alexis Patton, the writer, producer, director. You kind of did everything for it.
Right.
So tell us about Zamora. How did you find this gentleman?
Zamora is a cobbler in South Central Los Angeles, and I went to his store to have my shoes repaired. And I started talking to him, and I went to his store a few times, and as we conversed, I started asking him questions about his life. And I speak Spanish as well, so we spoke Spanish some of the time, and I discovered he had this illustrious past as well, and I thought his story was really intriguing.
And so you decided you were going to take a camera and tell his story. Was he agreeable to this? I mean, did he go along with it? Was he fine with it?
Yes, he was very amenable to it, and we had a great time. I interviewed him prior to the filming a little bit as well, and then went in with the filming, and I constructed the whole film with reenactments of his fights.
So tell us a little bit about Zamora's life. How did he get into boxing, and how did he make that transition into being a cobbler then?
Right. Well, it's sort of a twisted story, and it's interwoven. He started as a cobbler. It was sort of part of the family business. He had brothers who did it, and they taught him as a young child from 4 years on. And when he was a young teenager, he got involved in boxing, and he was really good at it. And he went professional in Mexico. And then life has its vicissitudes, and he became an alcoholic, which he's very open about, and that sort of led to his demise as a fighter.
I should say that the title of this is sort of a play on words. At first, when I looked at it, I thought they misspelled soul.
Right.
But soul is S-O-L-E,
right.
Soul of a Boxer, which tells you that he repairs shoes. How is he doing now in terms of being a cobbler? Is he doing okay? Has he gotten through his alcoholism? What's his life story at this point?
I mean, he's had his own business for many years in South Central LA, so I think he gets regular customers like me and other people.
Right.
And I think his alcoholism contributed to his demise as a professional boxer. And then he moved to the United States in 1972. And I think he was still plagued with that. He has a family, he had a wife and children, and it apparently, destroyed a lot of his life.
Right.
But now he's been sober for many, many years. He gives credit to God and in the story, and he's very outspoken about that. So, yeah.
You did do this with subtitles because he does speak English, but it's very difficult to understand for him. Was that a challenge for you to decide to do it that way?
Actually, I had initially not put subtitles, and at school, I'm a graduate student, in class when people screened the film, a lot of people said, we can't understand him.
Yeah.
And the professor basically said he couldn't understand him. And it was a little controversial, but because people said that they couldn't, I was compelled to do it. The professor told me to do it. So, that's how it happened.
What is your experience in terms of a filmmaker is concerned? What have you done before?
This was my second short film. My first short film is a narrative piece, and I've done another narrative piece. I would say a lot of my films focus on transformation. Most of them are about a character, whether it's a real person or someone I've written a part about, that experiences a transfiguration. And that is what really fascinates me about characters and about people.
What's your next project?
I don't have my next project yet.
But you do plan to continue, obviously.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Good for you.
yeah.
Well, the film is called Zamora, Soul of a Boxer, and Alexis Patton is the writer, director, producer. Thank you very much. Good luck to you in the future.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you.
Nice to meet you.